Hello fellow sports collectors, welcome back to Sports Card Connections. We have two shipments that have arrived internationally that I'm going to open. One unexpected from England, one expected from Japan. And then I will do the next video I talked about, which was to show the uncatalogued cards I do have in my collection separate from the ones I just showed in my last purchase. So this one is from England, from our friend Laura, her YouTube channel LJ's Clubhouse. I have no idea what's in here and didn't know it was coming, so let's take a look. All right. So, okay. Some brand new soccer tops. So this is 21-22 is not brand new. Yeah, 22-23. Okay, Champions League. She did not warn me this was coming. And that's from the ladies. Oh, I'm way up too high. Okay. She usually is looking, if this is Champions League, I think she's looking, yeah it is. She was looking for Arsenal. Arsenal is her team. And then we have, these look like some Premier League. Yep. There's an Arsenal player. The Domers Premier League. And some chrome panini. So let's take a look. Laura always sends me the new stuff, and I don't get it over here. I'm in California, but she'll send me. So these are all chrome, as you can see. Just run a quick run through. Wow, Laura, these are great. So usually when she sends stuff, I don't have any of it, and that's the case again here. So these are all Prism. Okay, some Arsenal guys at the end there. And let's see, the Champions League. None of these. And then these are also Champions League. On the men's side, go Royce, Rashford, Dybala, and some more Prism. So she's got a mixture in here. Raheem Sterling, fantastic stuff. Jan Oblak. Okay. Europa League and Champions League. These are all from Sporting Lisbon. That's West Ham, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Benfica, Bayern Munich. Those are great. PSV Eindhoven from Netherlands, and the last one will be this group. Generally Laura will tell me I got something coming. This time she didn't. Okay, score. Breakthrough insert set. Captains. James Ward-Prowse. Road to Istanbul. The Champions League. Road to Budapest. These are preliminaries. They're all up to the, designed like, it'd be 1959 Topps baseball, but 1960 English and Scottish soccer carried that same design. Those are really nice. Of course, I'm old school. Gabriel Jesus talking on his hand. She specializes in Arsenal, as you can tell. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Laura. That was completely unexpected. Had no idea any of this stuff was coming. Don't have any of it. So that'll all go into these sets. Some of them I don't have any, so it's the beginning of the set. So thank you again, Laura. As usual, what she doesn't know is I'm filming this on August 3rd. is that on July 31st, I sent a package to her. So it should be coming. She should have it probably in the next couple, 2 or 3 days in England. So look out for that, Laura. Thank you so much. This stuff is great. I really appreciate it. So let's move on. I don't want this one to be too long. We just got the shipment in from Japan. And I have only cut open the top of the box, just like with Laura's. I only cut open the top. Here's what. So, I've recently had a couple of collectors, hello Julie in Texas, ask me, so you get things from Japan, how does it come? Well, I use a service called Buyee on Yahoo Auctions Japan. They don't have eBay in Japan. So what they do is whatever I've won, they consolidate. You can ask them to consolidate, ship them all at once. It's tremendously cheaper. That's what I do. So in here, see, I'm keeping the camera pointed down because I've had a lot of trouble with focusing. Anyways, what is in here is some of those air things. And then they put each one in an envelope. So let me pull them out. Well, knocking everything down, hopefully. Okay, so that takes care of the box and the envelope. So each auction I won will come in an envelope like this. And it's got a code on there. So I don't know what's in what. I should have 10, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 auctions that I won, or buy it now, whichever. So here we go with number 1. And after all that build up, we get this. So let's keep going with the oh, yes, these are, okay, back with the X-Acto knife. These are Taiwanese baseball, and there was somebody who had a few lots. I only went after one of them. I didn't realize he had more until later. Anyways, these are from the early beginnings of the Taiwanese League. And these are the MVP set. Something strange. I don't think these should be laminated. These are all laminated. I have a card from this set and it is not laminated. So, we will have to do some investigation on this, because if somebody went and laminated their cards, you know, sorry, but you don't do that. And tell me it's the right stuff. I know who most of these guys are because I have other Taiwanese cards of them. This is from the beginning of the league in Taiwan. So, anyways, that's what the MVP said. This actually was is this the Chiclets gum set? I believe so. I haven't had my Taiwanese stuff out in a long time. Anyways, I will check into this. My suspicion is somebody had these laminated, because I can even see an uneven cut of the plastic across the top, which basically wrecked them. So I will not be too happy with that. And of course, there was nothing in the auction that indicated such, so I'm glad I didn't get any. The rest of them this guy had, because apparently maybe he didn't even know they didn't come that way. So let's go on to number 2. I shouldn't have any issues like that the rest of the way. And let's see what we have. There we go. I know I have a 1976 Calby Bernie Williams in here. And this looks like a solo card. So let's see. Nope. This is even better than that. These are some bromides. The catchphrase for the photo cards from the 40s to the late 50s. There we go. If I can get them off of that guy taped them. Ah, fizzle. Okay. These are just fantastic. Here we go. These are, I believe, all Chunichi Dragons, yes. And you take these in whatever condition you can get them in. A lot of them have been glued. I'll do my translations later. There's a color one. That's a great set. I only have a few cards from this set. Yeah, the Dragons for a while had like a Detroit Tigers D on there. It should be early 1950s because it lists the Central League. And the two-league system started in 1950. Before that, they just had the National League. And then the Pacific and Central League were created in 1950. The existing teams divided between the two, and then new teams were added in. There's that Detroit D again. D for Dragons. So as you can do, bromides come in all different styles, from just like little photos to thicker stock like these. The writing is all over the place, so I'll go through these to get the individual players. And a couple of them, like this one, don't have a name on them. That's all right. Part of the fun of Japanese cards. Researching who you got so I can go by the uniform, and it's a right-handed hitter, so we'll see. He may also be in the catalog, so I'll check there. So we have that group of bromides, all of Chunichi Dragons. These two obviously from the set. No, not obviously from the same set. Similar, but we have black text on the right, white text on the left. That says Chunichi Nishizawa, infielder, Hall of Famer Michio Nishizawa. This one I'd have to get the magnifying glass. Black on dark gray is not the greatest for printing anyways. So yeah, super to get some really old vintage cards. Next, you'll see. Sometimes you'll think you got, oh well, this is a real thick package, but actually it's just the way the guy sent it. It'll be one card all wrapped up like this. Buyee service they used to do where they wouldn't, if you picked the light plan, which I always do, which means just don't touch anything, just send it to me. I don't want you looking at the cards. I don't need you to repackage stuff, blah, blah, blah. I used to get them in the envelope. They just would take the envelope that arrived from the seller, and that was it. But now they don't. They put them in these green envelopes and take them out of their original mailing envelope. So this should be the Bernie Williams, but he sent an extra Calby, and I'll certainly take that. A 2020, one of this year's Calbys. Guess what? I don't have any of this year's Calbys. So that's fantastic. That's Takayuki Kishi of the Eagles. And there's my Bernie Williams. 1976. Of course, for American card collectors, he can be found 70 tops, Giants rookie cards, 71 tops, rookie outfielders, and then a 73 tops with the Giants, his own card. He also played for the Padres. Then he went to Japan, where he had a very successful run with the Hankyu Braves. And there he is. I needed that one. I'm thrilled to get that one. Okay. Next, let's see. Very thin, so it's probably one. I tend not to when dealing with the Yahoo auctions and Buyee, I try not to buy just one card because they charge you 300 yen per auction. Doesn't matter if it's one card or 10,000. It's the same. And so, you know, it makes buying single cards less attractive under that system. I don't know what I got here, but let's see. Okay, more bromides. Fantastic. These are just great. It's like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to get. That is got to be Hall of Famer Hiroshi Oshita with his unique hitting style. much loved. That at the bottom right there says hit. So obviously you could flip the cards, turn them over for a game, and you could see that it was glued somewhere. And occasionally the text is actually hidden on there somewhere. You got to look real close. I don't see anything, but that's definitely Oshita. That's Hall of Famer Nishizawa of the Dragons, including artwork from some enthusiastic fan. Here we go. Wow. I have to see what that is. These are two that the seller said he couldn't identify. So I'll get the magnifying glass out and start going to it. Another one missing a corner. You get that. It's kind of normal. This one's got a big tear in it. Yeah, these are what you would call poor. But you know what? You may never see the card again. As far as checklists, well, it's the best you know, but that's all you know. You just really don't know. Okay. That one's a little better shape. And there we go. So another collection of bromides. Fun stuff to research. Fix that corner. And we'll move on to the next group. This one has a more substantial feel to it. And, of course, it doesn't want to cut. There we go. Okay, we got some Calbies. And these are assorted years, like early 1980s. And this guy had a field day with the tape. Let's see what we can do. That's better. All right. Here we go with some 80s. That Kazumasa Kono of the Giants, that's a 1980 right on top. 1980s are a little harder than some other years, but I have that card. That's an 80 Takanori Emoto. Now, when you get Calbies of the smaller size like this that run from the second series in 1980 all the way through the first series in 1990, if there's no date on the back, the pink text, that's 1983. Junichi Kashiwabara, Leon Lee, Makoto Shimada, Roy White. Don't have that card. It's an 82. Kono again. Giant shortstop. Suguru Egawa, Shinozuka of the Giants. That's Tatsunori Hara, Kiyoshi Nakahata. Don't have a lot of these. Sadaoka. Giants heavy, as you can tell. Kono again. Hara. Gary Thomason. Need that one. 1984. Yujiro Miyako. Fujio Sumi. Endo of the Whales. Another 84 of Tabuchi, the big slugger. Tachibana. Yoshie Tachibana. Okay. Is that one of the Matsunuma brothers? No, that's Tamotsu Nagai. Relief pitcher. Tachibana. Ah, great. Terry Whitfield, needed that one. Needed them. Now, the 82, 83, 84s are very big sets. Over 700 cards. So there's a lot in there. Higashio. A lot of lions here. There's the Matsunuma brothers. Hirohisa on the right, Masayuki on the left. And that's that lot. It was supposed to be 81 to 88, but these are older than. These are all 80 to 84 is what's in this lot of Calbies. Fantastic. I needed most of those. And we move on to our next win. Let's see what we get. See, one of the for me, one of the fun things of Japanese cards is, you know what? You just don't know what's out there. Despite the checklist, they are the best attempts of people. But just like with my big buy of late 50s, early 60s cards recently, when I did the couple of videos showcasing that, there's all kinds of stuff in there that wasn't known, and you never know what you're going to get. Even with Calbys, I've had my favorite all-time players, Matty Alou. There's a 76 Calby of him that was not listed as such. It's listed as Lions, the team he was on, versus Braves. No indication that Matty Alou is batting on that card, and the front of the card says M. Alou. And so they had it down as like a combo card. Well, it does mention the pitcher's name, Yamaguchi, as well, but so, you know, Matty Alou, it's at least a combo card as I'm banging things around. Here we go. Next envelope contains a piece of paper. I don't know why. And more bromides. Here we go. And he has completely taped them up. And as you can see, there's a larger one. Looks like Nishizawa of the Dragons again. And I'm going to have to get scissors for those because they're going to tear. So there's 4 dragons in there, or 5 dragons. I remember this auction, including the larger one. So I'll have to go through that later. I'm not going to use the X-Acto knife on there. He taped it right to the dimensions of the large card. And I don't want to wreck it. So let's see what else. Here we go. Next one. And we get 2 pieces of paper. Okay, let's see. More bromides. All right. These are, I think, this seller was doing them all by team, I believe. So these are some swallows. Let's see if I can get into there without the scissors. The tape over there doesn't tend to be the invisible tape. It's the more old school Scotch tape. And it really sticks to plastic. Okay, yes. Some swallows. Different, you know, you get different sizes. KTs for Kokutetsu Swallows. Their original owner of the team. Now it's Yakult Energy Drink Company. So we got 4 swallows in that lot. Early 50s. Okay, next one. It's kind of puffy, but it's probably 1 or 2 cards. Here I am telling you about it's not good to get 1 card, but I did win a few that way anyway, like the Bernie Williams. One thing about Japanese cards, sometimes, you know, some things show up a lot, but sometimes if you see something, you better get it. You don't know when or if you'll see it again. Dick Maybauer, the guy I kept ranting on and on about with the 1961 Flyers, and that my last group of big group of cards I got. You just don't see Maybauer. It's very, very scarce. Okay, I don't know, what do we have here? We have probably some more bromides. I didn't know I won so many. Yes, it is. Which is, they're almost an endless variety. And, you know, checklists are all work in progress. Okay, these are Daiei Stars. Wow. I don't know how many layers of stuff that's been glued to. A lot of times you'll find, you know, I don't know who wrote the names on the back. A kid might have. Sometimes you wonder, is it autographed? Probably not. Those aren't stars either. Those are the robins. Oh well. Yeah. Those are robins. I didn't win the stars lot. That's right. Matsumoto. So there's 4 of those. I remember bidding on this one at the last second without thinking I would win it. And I ended up being like the only bidder. So yeah, it was 4 Shochiku Robins. And you know what sets they're from? Well, it's all over the landscape. But you can always figure they're going to be, you know, late 40s to mid 50s, generally through the early 50s. Next one. Oh yeah, more Calbies. He says baseball cards, 17 cards, 5,000 yen. Well, no, it wasn't 5,000 yen, which would be 40-something dollars. It wasn't even close. It was like 11, something like that. And he's really done a number on these. There we go. See if I can get them out. And the answer is no. It feels like, and I know some people do this when they sell cards, that they tape them to the inside of the envelope / wrapper. I really wish people wouldn't do that. The more tape you put in your cards, the more you're inviting disaster. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. We'll just see if I can see. I think, yes, well, I get what he's done. It's actually inside a weird envelope kind of thing. Here we go. Oh yeah, these are really, really great. So a bunch of 76 Calbies. Mitsuru Fujiwara, Hideji Kato, Yamada, the great Nomura, second all-time home run leader, Shinichi Yamauchi, Kinugasa, the consecutive games played leader, Fukumoto, the all-time base stealer with the back of Venezuelan Bobby Marcano. There's a beautiful card of Tsutomu Wakamatsu, the Swallows, and that is, he's one of the all-time, lifetime batting average guys. Hideji Kato, longtime all-star. Nomura again. Koichi Tabuchi, Hall of Famer, as is Masayuki Kakefu, Tigers third baseman. Tabuchi again. And Tigers, yeah, it's Tigers versus Giants at Koshien Stadium, August 2nd, 1974. In Osaka. There's the Dragons. Yazawa on the left. That's not Yazawa. Can't be Yazawa. He didn't wear number 14. Just says Dragons versus Tigers. Junichi Stadium. That's in the September 17th in Nagoya. Dragons are. It's Morimichi Takagi, number 1 on the right. It looks like Kenichi Yazawa, but I wore number 41. Anyway, nope, it's Yazawa. Takagi on the right, it says Yazawa on the left. Okay, and then this is a 1973 Braves and Hawks Pacific League playoff card. Play at second base. Then also from the playoffs, you see Clarence Jones on deck for the Hawks, right there. And this is not the play. This is the Japan series. Okay, Giants versus Hawks. So that, yeah, it's already, the Hawks won the pennant. They beat the Braves in the playoffs. So that's Nomura again hitting in the series against the Giants. So there we go. That group of Calbies. Really happy with those. Needed every single card in there. And the final one's the bulkiest. I remember what I got. It would be bulky. Go. Well, there it is. Okay. This looks like they did less with it than they have with some of them. But I still think this was probably inside an envelope that doesn't have postage on it. I don't know. Maybe it does. Okay. More tape. Okay. And once you get through layer number 1, layer number 2, here's layer number 3, which will hopefully be the last layer. Ah, yes, more Calbies from the 80s. Well, almost the last layer. Okay. And the last one. Okay. That's a 1986. Start right off with somebody stamping some anime guy head on the back. Well, Tao. These are well loved. Have some of these, need a lot of these. There's the great Ochi, one of the all-time best hitters. That's a 1986. So these should be various years, mid-80s. Giyosumi, Oshima, Sugiura. And I need probably, 75%. That's Kashiwabara in 1980. That series is a little harder to get. And there's my actual first Japanese card of Ben Ogilvy. And so the rest of them will be through the late 80s. We're running a little long, so let me just flip through. Okay, and then this stack, same thing. Bob Horner. He's on a few Calbies. The 1 year he was in Japan. The gold bordered will be the final series. So, we'll have to go through all those. I think my camera's running out of speed here. So, thank you very much for watching. Next time we'll have those uncatalogued cards from the Japanese cards I already have. And then we'll probably be moving to a different sport, either soccer or hockey. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.